Hello students, how are you? Let us start. Today I am going to teach your civics lesson 2, salient features of the constitution. You know about constitution in previous chapter. Constitution means a document where the rules and regulations are written. According to that, our country governs. So what are the salient features of the constitution? That things today I teach. You know that our country is a democratic country. Our constitution has established a democratic society. Democratic society means where power is concentrated in the hands of people, where people elect their representatives and representative government. That is called democratic society, where people have power. Our constitution has established a democratic society providing justice to all. Means everyone has right to get justice, irrespective of their social or cultural background, whatever their social, whatever their caste, whatever their background, rich, poor, everyone same in the eye of law. It has many salient features, some of which are given below. What are the salient features? First one given about citizenship, single citizenship. You know that our country has 28 states and 9 union territories, and all the states have different categories of people, different language, different geographical boundaries. Still then everyone equal according to the constitution. The Indian constitution provides for a single citizenship. We know that, and we introduce ourselves, we are Indians. This means that all Indians, irrespective of the state of their domicile, are the citizen of India wherever they live, but they introduce themselves as Indian. This is unlike the system prevailing in the USA, where one can be citizen of the New York state as well as an American citizen. But in America there are different procedure. Who are the citizen of New York? Same citizen of America. In India, a person born in Punjab or in Kerala can only be a citizen of India and not citizen of the state of their domicile as well. Means wherever they born, that one not consider only one citizen, Indian citizen. This has been done to ward of separatist tendencies and promote fraternity and unity among the people. This was created for bring unity and fraternity among us by the Citizenship Amendment Act. When it was happened 2003, the government of India has granted dual citizenship to all the persons of Indian origin who migrated to other countries after January 26, 1950. All privileges of an Indian citizen except the right to vote could be enjoyed by PIO, persons of Indian origin. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise, this means that all persons of 18 years of age and above have the right to vote irrespective of their caste, color, religion, etc. Whom the government given voting rights. The person who attain 18 or above, they have right to vote. They have right to choose their representatives. They have right to choose the candidate. The British had provided for communal electorate under the Acts of 1919 and 1935. the Constitution of Independent India has replaced this system by introducing joint electorate. According to this system, resident voters of a constituency have to vote for the same candidate irrespective of his caste or creed. Right to vote, this one picture given. Then who are 18 or above 18, they have right to vote. They can participate in the election of the government. Similarly, some seats are reserved for candidates from scheduled caste and scheduled tribes where constituency means where the candidates stand. That area is known as constituencies, and some constituency are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. All people from such constituencies have to vote for the candidates of the area. This system is aimed at curbing communal politics and fostering communal harmony. Then given about fundamental rights. Rights given to every individual for the growth of development. Development होने के लिए rights चाहिए. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are basic human rights which provide the conditions essential for the all-round development of a human being. What development? A person, if rights not given to him, then a person cannot develop. Those rights are known as fundamental rights. They protect people against unjust discrimination among members of the community. They don't make distinctions between human beings based on race, color, sex, religion or other such considerations. Then what are the obstacles? Obstacles is casteism, color, sex, religion. Those are the obstacles. Gender difference. These avoided by the Constitution. Constitution gave equal rights to all. They give recognition to dignity and equality of all human beings. All human beings have value and humanity. They can enjoy the freedom where they are born. The fundamental rights are given in Part 3 of the Constitution of India, where fundamental rights given. Fundamental rights given in Part 3 of the Constitution. At first, the right to equality. The right to equality given in Article 14 to 18. You remember that 14 to 18 contain the right to equality. The success of Indian democracy largely rests on the right to equality of citizens. The right to equality has political, social and economic components. Right to equality means all Indians are equal in the eye of law and irrespective of political, social and economic components. Means to choose government, to live in society and enjoy park, school and all public property and economic components. They can take part all the economic facilities of the government. Equality before law. Article 14 guarantees both equality before law as well as equality in protection by law, irrespective of economic status, caste, color, creed, religion or sex. Means in society, rich, poor or color and whatever their caste, everyone get facility according to the Constitution, and everyone get facility in school or public places, and they get chance in public service according to their merit. Practice of any kind of discrimination on these accounts makes it a punishable offense. If anyone create discrimination, racial discrimination or anything, that person will be punished. Then Article 15, here वन पिक्चर इज गिवन, ये तराजू है, यहाँ पर दोनों तराजू में सेम है। इसका मतलब है इन द आई ऑफ लॉ एवरीवन इज इक्वल। देन आर्टिकल 15 prohibits discrimination on ground mentioned in Article 14. For example, admission to educational institutions, allotment of shops have to be made without the discrimination mentioned in Article 14. This ensures social and economic equality. Article 15 that ignores the person who means create feelings, differentiate feeling among the people. All are equal. That things Article 15. Everyone use shop, educational institutions in equal basis. Equality of opportunity. Article 16 provides for equality of opportunity for all citizens in matter relating to employment in an office under the central state government. Whatever government job, everyone has right to get it. So opportunity for all. Grounds mentioned in Article 14, it also allows making of reservation of post in favor of scheduled caste and tribes by passing a law, but in the constitution some reservation for scheduled caste and tribes given. At present 27% post in government services is reserved for other backward classes. After that OBC means other backward classes, for them some percentage reserved, 15% for scheduled caste and 7.5% for scheduled tribes. And this picture is given about fundamental rights, and this web chart, first one right to equality, then right to freedom, right against exploitation, freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, and 7 is right to education. And one right to property, that one eliminated, that one deleted from the constitution. Abolition of untouchability. Article 17 abolish untouchability and its practice in any form, any person preventing the other from entering a place of public worship or using public wealth, a public transport system, etc. can be punished by law. Previously, untouchability, that superstition was going on for a long period. Casteism in our society, that one going on for a long period, and for that many not get the opportunity. So for that many social reformers try to remove from the society. Abolition of titles. Article 18 abolishes all titles like Rai Sahib, Khan Bahadur, Maharaja, etc. These titles are considered a negation of equal status for all. Another things which before given the title Rai Sahib, Khan Bahadur, Maharaja, those titles were deleted. However, titles such as Bharat Ratna, etc. given for meritorious public service or other titles in fields of sports, academic honors or military services are not covered by this provision. The 42nd Amendment Act 1976 puts certain restriction on the right to equality. A person cannot move the court if his right to equality is restricted to implement the directive principles of state policy. So these are under right to equality. In right to equality, you remember that 14 to 18 articles contained in right to equality, and they are equality before law, Article 14 equality of opportunity, Article 16, and another one abolition of untouchability, Article 17, abolition of titles, Article 18. And they are what content you have to remember by reading the books. Then next we go what right to freedom. Here Article 19 to 22. You remember right to equality, but 14 to 18. Here 19 to 22. This right is a cluster of 6 essential freedoms and their protection. A person needs freedom for his or her development, personal development. So under Article 19, the Constitution guarantees 6 basic freedoms to its citizens. What are that? Freedom of speech and expression, whatever your feelings, whatever your reaction, that you can express. Freedom of speech and expression. Freedom to assemble peacefully without arms. You get together without arms, don't harm others. Freedom to form associations and unions for our development. Freedom to move freely throughout India. Freedom to reside and settle in any part of India. Freedom to practice any profession, trade or business. This freedom given by the Constitution. What freedom? What you remember? Freedom of speech and expression. Assemble peacefully means get together and we form associations or unions, and we can move freely throughout India and reside and settle in any part of India and practice any profession, maybe doctor, engineer, lawyer or whatever you want, whatever your abilities. There is no specific provision in our Constitution guaranteeing the freedom of the press, because freedom of the press is included in the wider freedom of expression which is guaranteed by Article 19. Whatever newspaper published, that things allowed by the government, because their public can give their view. The Constitution restricts the state from enacting laws which could curtail these freedoms, but at the same time it doesn't mean that the state cannot make laws for the public good or for protection of interest of trade and profession. For example, state can make the laws to prescribe certain minimum educational, technical or other qualification for entry to a certain profession. Here state have given some rights where the state make laws to prescribe certain minimum educational, technical or other qualifications for entry to a certain profession, like OIS, Orissa Administrative Service, OES, Orissa Educational Service, like that. Similarly, the right to reside and settle in any part of India cannot go against the laws of a particular territory where larger national interest is involved. For example, one cannot displace tribal communities and settle in their territory. These things and these freedoms restricted in the period of emergency. That limitation given. Emergency, Article 19 can be suspended during emergency. Not absolute. The security of the state and national interest being of paramount interest, reasonable restrictions would be imposed on the implementation of this right. Laws of Parliament. Legislation like Preventive Detention, Essential Services Maintenance Act, a law to ensure the delivery of essential services like public transport, health service, etc., which is obstructed, would affect the normal life of the people, impose certain restrictions on the right to freedom, which are essential service, that things not denied during the period of emergency, like transport or essential commodities, those things. The next is protection in respect of conviction for offences. It is given about Article 20. against greater penalty than what is prescribed under the law is prohibited. And when the people get together at that time, they have to keep themselves under the rules and regulation. No one can be punished or prosecuted for the same offense twice. A person cannot be compelled to be a witness in the case where he himself is accused of the offense. These things: protection of life and personal liberty. Under Article 21, a person cannot be deprived of his life and liberty except in accordance with the law. These are the rights given by the Constitution. It is Article 21, where a person cannot be deprived of his life and liberty except in accordance with the law. Protection against arrest and detention. Article 22 gives such rights to the citizen under two different circumstances. One is ordinary circumstances. In the case of arrest under ordinary circumstances, the arrested person has the following rights: to be informed of his or her offense, what he has done, what he mistake done, that should be informed, to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours from the time of arrest. Such a person cannot be kept in custody for more than 24 hours without the permission of the magistrate. If a person is arrested, he will be submitted where? In court within 24 hours. Right to information. Right to information, which is known as RTI, has been included in Article 19 of the Constitution. Right to information is an implied fundamental right. An implied fundamental right is the one which is a part of a named fundamental right or partakes of the same basic nature and character as that fundamental rights. Since RTI is implicit in the right to freedom of speech and expression, here also given about right to information. It is an implied fundamental rights because if one does not know the facts, one cannot speak freely. Here everyone has right to know about the things, know about the fact. The Right to Information Act came into force on October 12, 2005. You have to remember when Right to Information Act came into force. It is came into force on October 12, 2005. This act gives the citizen of India the right to seek and receive information from the government and other public authorities, ask them certain questions, take copies including certified copies of documents, inspect documents, take sample of materials. These things can be done through RTI. Any citizen can file an application under RTI with the public information officers, assistant public information officers, and seek the required information. Supreme Court declares. What Supreme Court declares? Right to privacy, a fundamental right. On August 24, 2017, the Supreme Court of India declared the right to privacy as a fundamental right. What comes under right to privacy? That things you remember, a fundamental right. The Supreme Court confirmed that the right to privacy is a fundamental right that doesn't need to be separately articulated but can be derived from Article 14, 19 and 21 of the Constitution. It is a fundamental right about all information of a person and the choice that he makes, what his decisions, what his thinking process, that one is privacy. It protects an individual from the scrutiny of the state in their home, of their movements and over their reproductive choice of partners, food, habits, etc. These are the rights comes under right to privacy, which are reproductive choice, choice of partners, food habits, these things. Not an absolute right, it is subjected to reasonable restrictions. The Supreme Court clarified that the fundamental right to privacy is not absolute and will always be subject to reasonable restrictions. It given some restrictions. The state can impose restrictions on it to protect legitimate state interests, but it can only do so by following the points given below. These are some points given to the citizens. Don't cross limitation. Existence of a law that justifies an encroachment on privacy. A legitimate state need that ensures that the nature of this law falls within the zone of reasonableness and without arbitrary state action, and the means adopted by the state are proportional to the objects and needs sought to be fulfilled by the law. Their privacy will be protected and not anybody forced to expose their privacy. According to the judgment, the legitimate aims of the state should be protecting national security, preventing and investigating crime, encouraging innovation and the spread of knowledge, and preventing the dissipation of social welfare benefits. In the case of investigation, at that time, the government collect the information, but otherwise it will be confidential. What privacy includes: preservation of personal intimacies, the sanctity of family life, marriage, procreation, home and sexual orientation, a right to be left alone, safeguards individual autonomy, protecting vital aspect of his or her life, personal choices governing a way of life are intrinsic to privacy. It recognizes plurality and diversity of our culture. Then about anybody's marriage life, about anybody's home matter or domestic matter, that things, their privacy. The right to consult a lawyer and prepare for defense at the trial, and it is depend upon a person's choice whom he consult as a lawyer and how he prepare for defense. Preventive detention. In case a person is detained under preventive detention, he can be kept in custody for a period of 3 months without trial. In the case of preventive detention, उस समय एक पर्सन को 3 मंथ के लिए कस्टडी में रखा जा सकता है. Such a person has the following rights. Preventive detention does not mean that a person stands accused. It is only a precautionary measure. Detention beyond 3 months can be extended only by an advisory board constituted for the purpose and consisting of a judge of the High Court. अगर उसको 3 मंथ से ज़्यादा बढ़ाने के लिए एडवाइजरी बोर्ड का सलाह लेना पड़ेगा. Grounds of detention have to be specified and the detainee informed of these grounds. He also has the right to make representation against the detention order. Then its limitation, public interest. The authority of the state can take recourse to public interest and refuse to disclose the grounds of detention. उसको refuse भी कर सकता है. Power of the parliament. The legislature or the parliament has the power to specify the maximum period of preventive detention. उसको maximum period specify करने में parliament कर सकता है. Right against exploitation. Article 23 and 24. Many things happening in our society. Child labor. The right upholds the dignity of the individual and prohibits exploitation in following respect. Article 23A. Freedom from slavery, beggary or other forms of forced labor. किसी को हम बिना उसका मजूरी देकर खटाने को एक्सप्लॉइटेशन बोला जाता है और किसी को स्लेव की तरह यूज करना वो एक्सप्लॉइटेशन है. ट्रैफिकिंग इन ह्यूमन बींग्स मीन्स बाइंग एंड सेलिंग ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स इज प्रोहिबिटेड. इट आल्सो प्रोहिबिट्स यूज ऑफ वुमेन और गर्ल्स फॉर इमोरल पर्पस. सोसाइटी में गर्ल्स चाइल्ड को बेच दिया जाता है. जिस तरह उसको काम में लगाया जाता है यह सब आइन का खिलाफ है. आर्टिकल 24. दिस आर्टिकल प्रोहिबिट्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑफ चिल्ड्रन बिलो द एज ऑफ 14 years in factories, mines and other hazardous occupations. The practice of bonded labor has also been declared unlawful. किसी भी बच्चा को काम में लगाना वो आइन का खिलाफ है. 14 साल का नीचे कोई भी बच्चा को हम किसी भी काम में, डेंजरस काम में हम उसको नहीं लगाएंगे, वो लॉ के खिलाफ है. इसी का चलते बहुत बच्चे का जिंदगी नष्ट हो जाता है. जिस तरह यहाँ पर दिया गया है, ये देखिए रिक्शा कितना कष्ट वो बच्चा कर रहा है. यह है राइट अगेंस्ट एक्सप्लॉइटेशन. राइट टू फ्रीडम ऑफ रिलीजियन. आर्टिकल 25 to 28 इंडिकेट द फॉलोइंग. ये क्या है? धर्म में फ्रीडम क्या है? ऑल पर्सन आर एंटाइटल्ड टू फ्रीडम ऑफ कॉन्साइंस एंड द राइट टू फ्रीली प्रोफेस, प्रैक्टिस एंड प्रोपागेट देयर रिलीजन. हमारा देश में मंदिर, मस्जिद, गुरुद्वारा और बहुत सारा धार्मिक लोग हैं और जो कोई चाहे वो धर्म बदल सकता है और कोई भी धर्म का ऊपर रेस्ट्रिक्शन होना नहीं चाहिए. सब्जेक्ट टू पब्लिक ऑर्डर, मोरालिटी एंड हेल्प एवरी रिलीजियस डिनोमिनेशंस और एनी सेक्शंस thereof shall have the right to establish and maintain institutions for religious and charitable purpose. Institution मेंटेन करना चाहिए religious and charitable purpose से to manage its own affairs in matters of religion, to own and acquire movable and immovable property and to administer such property in accordance with law. No person shall be compelled to pay taxes for the promotion of a particular religion. किसी रिलीजन को लेकर हम टैक्स कलेक्शन नहीं कर पाएंगे. No religious instruction shall be provided in any institution wholly maintained out of the state funds. Even though religious instruction may be imparted in educational institutions recognized by receiving funds from the state, no person attending such institutions shall be compelled to receive that religious instruction without the consent of himself or of his guardian. कोई भी रिलीजियस मैटर में पॉसिबली करना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि इंडिया एक सेकुलर स्टेट है where all religions given equal privilege. यह freedom of religion. After that कल्चरल एंड एजुकेशनल राइट्स, यह है आर्टिकल 29 एंड 30 प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ माइनॉरिटीज। आर्टिकल 29 गिव्स ए सेक्शन ऑफ द पीपल और होल ऑफ देम द राइट टू प्रिजर्व देयर डिस्टिंक्ट लैंग्वेज। वो अपना लैंग्वेज को, स्क्रिप्ट, कल्चर, ये सब को प्रिजर्व रखना चाहिए, उसको अधिकार देना चाहिए जो वो लोग इसको बजाय रखे। इन द मैटर ऑफ एडमिशन टू एनी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस मेंटेन्ड बाय द स्टेट, एडमिशन कैनॉट बी डिनाइड ऑन ग्राउंड ऑफ रिलीजन, कलर, कास्ट, क्रीड और सेक्स। जो कोई भी स्कूल हो, विद्यालय हो में उसको एडमिशन रिलीजन, कलर, कास्ट का बेसिस पर नहीं होना चाहिए। Minorities and educational institutions, Article 30 gives all minorities the right to establish and administer the educational institution of their choices. The state is also prohibited from discriminating against educational institutions in the matter of grants. माइनॉरिटीज कम्युनिटीज को कुछ स्पेशल प्रिविलेज दिया गया है। राइट टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज, फंडामेंटल राइट्स आर जस्टिसेबल। ए सूट कैन बी फाइल्ड इन ए हाई कोर्ट और द सुप्रीम कोर्ट इफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स आर वायलेटेड। अगर फंडामेंटल राइट्स कौन वायलेट किया तो एक पर्सन जाकर कोर्ट में आश्रय ले सकता है, फाइल कर सकता है केस। आर्टिकल 32 गिव्स द राइट टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज। दिस राइट इज गिवन टू सिटीजन्स टू मूव सुप्रीम कोर्ट फॉर द एनफोर्समेंट ऑफ अदर फंडामेंटल राइट्स कन्फर्ड ऑन देम। डॉक्टर अंबेडकर डिस्क्राइब्ड दिस आर्टिकल एज द हार्ट एंड सोल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। उसको अंबेडकर ने बोले हैं हार्ट एंड सोल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। इन एसेंस इट इज नॉट ए राइट बट ए रेमेडी। अंडर दिस आर्टिकल द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड द हाई कोर्ट्स आर empowered to issue writs. A writ is a formal written order issued by the Supreme Court and the High Courts to provide legal remedies to individuals who don't obtain adequate protection under ordinary laws. As per the Constitution, the enforcement of the fundamental rights, issuance of writs, making of laws by the Parliament, and suspension of the right under very special circumstances have all been taken care of under different clause of Article 32.